Yep.
Right,
We can just assume that... Go ahead.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Castlevania Ravenloft RPG. Last we left our adventurers, they had teleported into the tombs of these wights. All of their items and clothing had been swapped. Mr. Jeeves' wight still yet to be found, or yet to find you, and you guys are not in the best shape. So down in the deep dark crypt, with only the light that Elias can produce with his spells, what would you like to do?
I'm thinking the Jeeves Wight must be down in the southeast end that we haven't explored yet.
But how do we test that without setting off the white trap again?
That is a good
You're a
point.
sorcerer. Can't you detect magic and find out where the trap is so we don't run into it?
Actually, that's a good question, Jack says, thinking for a second, as his player scrolls through his spell list. Then he scoffs and says, well, that may have been the case once. Magic doesn't work like that anymore. It used to be that everyone could cast Detect Magic, and I don't think I ever picked it up.
Well, I think I remember where the spot was. And if we do set it off again, it may bring up the very wight we're looking for. Otherwise, we could check the crypts, but I don't think we should leave without finding Jeeves' equipment. Which I do think should be our next main objective, is to get out of here. We're not in shape to do anything much else. Or we could rest somewhere if we could find solace somehow.
You're both pretty hurt, right?
Yeah.
I've seen better days.
I suppose that we could have one of you try to test to see if another wight pops into your clothes. But if I'm ready and waiting, I can just kill him before he gets too far.
Well, Alex's whip is still down there, so...
No, you've got it back. Jack went down there and mage-handed it and then gave it back to you. Everyone has all of their equipment except for Mr. Jeeves.
The sorrowful misery.
Yeah, you've got it.
I forgot that detail myself. I thought I just gave her back her pack.
That's what I thought too.
I recall talking about doing it and planning to do it. I don't think it ever actually happened. But honestly, it's not out of character for Jack to do that the very next thing after what happened.
I remember Alexandra was running around down there in the dark, not knowing where she was, and me and Jack popped out of the crypts to help her and give her stuff back. But I don't think we went back south again yet. I could be wrong. It'd be great if she did have it. Gives us another light source, too.
Yeah, she's got it.
Okay, well that helps. And you said we don't know where the Order of the Raven crypt is, if there is one.
You'd have to explore around.
Okay. Well,
We all should rest.
But where do we hole up?
Where did we hide from the bats in that crypt?
Works for me.
So you
We
guys
can
are
try.
going down into that place with all the bones and the swords?
No, the crypt where they hid from the bats.
Oh, that was just like whatever one was closest at the time.
Yeah, but it was empty. They
The
killed
spider
spiders.
one, I believe. But the spider one didn't have a door, and then the other one was the chef, where you found the electrum spork and the fire trap. That's the one that Jack hid in while you were hiding in the spider one that doesn't have a door. And when I say door, of course, I mean like the slabs that you have to move in and out of these crypt openings.
well, we could find any of them that have a slab we could close behind us.
Yeah, you think all four of you could squeeze into one? And have enough room to relax or meditate or whatever you need to do.
Okay, how about this one?
That one, that one says that the door of this crypt, which reads Count Orlok's, Conqueror of Chaos, has been carefully placed to the side and lies open. Inside rests an empty coffin that appears to be dust-ridden and unused.
I'd rather not sleep in a vampire's coffin.
Okay, which one is this?
That one reads, Artemis, builder of the keep, thou standest amidst the monument to his life, and inside a skeleton draped in rags lies atop a marble slab in the center.
Yeah, that's how most of them are laid out, from what I remember.
Alex is going to go check on the little clockwork man, make sure he's alright.
He fled kind of in the direction of the stairs.
Yeah, I know. That's where she sent him.
Alright, so are you going to break away from the party and go pursue the clockwork man by yourself?
She's
Hint,
not gonna
hint.
run
Bad
up
idea.
the stairs.
You guys should stick together. I'm just going to try to be as nice about this as I can. You guys are in a very vulnerable position in like the most perilous place in D&D, so please. Stick together.
Ah, I understand. Let's split up, gang.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody from doing whatever they want. So, you guys see Alexandra start to walk off.
Okay, yeah, we'll see that, and Elias will remember, oh, Alex, are you looking for the mechanical little boy?
Yes, I wanted to make sure he was alright.
Yeah, let's go look for the little man.
Yeah, let's see if we can find it, but not venture too far into uncharted territory.
Alright, so everyone's heading towards the stairs?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay,
That was
everyone gets to the steps without anything happening. And as soon as you start to go up the spiraling steps, it's not long before you actually find the clockwork man in the stairwell, and it looks like he's just waiting there. And when he sees you, he takes a few steps towards you.
Wave him down. Glad to see you, friend. The bats are gone.
He gives
There
a little
you
bow.
are. Are you alright?
He spins on his heel and then flourishes his hands out.
I'm glad.
Now he does.
Alex will reach her hand out for him.
Well, he attempts to do something. Let's see how it goes. Yep. He does a backflip.
On the stairs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alex will clap.
Elias will as well. And shall he join us while we rest, or shall we continue? What say you?
He looks at Jack.
I'd like to keep him close so we can protect him.
I think he should come with us while we rest.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I'd hate to leave him all on his lonesome, because while I'm sure he can take care of himself, given that he survived here for so long, it's best to travel with friends.
All right. Yep. He takes Alexandra's hand.
Okay.
Looks like he's ready to go wherever you want to go.
I think the bats were... The crypt where we hid from the bats was down here.
Yeah, the one where you hid from the bats doesn't have a door, though.
Well, what about the one that Jack cracked open that had one of Strahd's brides in it?
Yeah, that one's recently unoccupied, huh? You remember that one being, like, you had checked the one right next to you was the Orlocks, and then it was Artemis the Builder. It was the next crypt over that was the one where Jack found
Although,
Sasha.
in retrospect, sleeping in the tomb of a recently redeceased bride is probably not the best of ideas.
She's gone.
She's gone. Her husband is not.
Yeah, he's pissed enough from that and being killed that it could be upon us at any moment.
I'd like to think that if he were to come upon us at any moment, he'd have already done so.
Exactly, so let's not worry about it. Is this one good over here?
Yeah, that's the Sasha.
That's the
wife.
bride one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys are going to pull yourselves in there, pull the slab closed, and rest?
Seems like the best idea to me.
I think they're all about the same, so just...
I think that's a really bad idea.
Okay, well, let's not take that suggestion and use this one.
That one has a skeleton in the center of it.
They all have something dead.
Better skeleton than anything else.
Okay. This one's a little bit more crowded, but the four of you managed to get in and close the door behind you. Once the slab's in place, it's extremely dark except for the light that you produce on your own. So if that goes out, you'll be in pitch black darkness. How long would you like to rest here?
A couple hours. Long enough to get the...
Well, a short rest is 4 hours, so...
Actually, I'm not sure if that's true. Let me check. I think they're kind of lenient on short rest.
I thought a short rest was like 2 hours.
I think it's an indeterminate amount of time, but let me just double check real quick.
Hey,
Hey,
Oh, it's
there
Mark.
he is. It's at least 1 hour long.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's stay in here for a little more than an hour.
All right.
That sure was a lot of dice.
Yeah, it was. They're random encounter checks. And it seems like an hour passes without any interruptions. So what is everyone doing during that hour?
Healing.
All right, you have hit dice available on your character sheets.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and you can roll those that will give you some hit points back.
And Elias is attuning to the holy symbol.
All right.
Did that not work?
I think Jack already attuned to the Mace of Terror.
Yeah.
Because Mark's connecting. There it goes. My
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
was.
Okay, there we go.
Like that.
Okay. Did it work, Alexandra?
Yeah.
Okay. Just took a while.
Yeah, it's just lagging like fuck.
Yeah, it was because Mark was connecting. Welcome,
Yeah, that's
Mark.
right. Blame me. It is really laggy.
Mark, you should also roll for recovery.
Yeah, probably just a couple times.
Well, it's how many ever hit
that's-
dice you have left to use that way.
7.
Oh, come on. Okay, I can live with that.
How many dice do you guys have? Jesus. I thought you had one left.
I had 7.
7. Alright. I guess I just don't see how
I
it
haven't
works.
used my recovery dice in a very long time.
I haven't either.
Now I got 1 dice left.
Yep, we're still wounded.
Yeah, but I've only got 6 wound points.
And save that for another day. I got 1 left.
Exactly.
1 wound point.
I think they
I
all
can
come
heal
back
that
after
up
a long
more.
rest.
They do. All your hit dice get restored after a long rest. Not a short rest.
Alright,
And I
Elias, you have attuned to the item. Let's go and check that out. I didn't add it to your inventory?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh,
Holy symbol, adventuring gear. Oh no, that's something else.
Yeah, that's something else.
That's my regular holy symbol. What's it called?
Let me make sure I got the right one here. Oh, that's images, not items. I was looking in the wrong spot. Here's items.
We can only use 1 hit die per hour, right?
No.
No.
Roll
Oh! Okay.
them.
Well, you shouldn't need much. You're just trying to heal the life drain
Life
damage. Actually, I don't
-1?
think you can heal. Well, I
Negative?
took your maximum.
your
damage, so.
I didn't get life drained. I got fire damage from the electric spork in the chef's room.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
that reminds me. I thought I had 79 HP.
Yeah, everyone's got dropped because they got life drained.
Yep.
Except for
That doesn't back after a rest.
not.
They tried to hit me. They didn't hit me.
You don't know if that will ever come back. Actually.
In older editions, it didn't. Actually, in 2nd edition, it didn't, and I never had it happen in 3rd or 3.5. And I refused to play 4th, so I don't know shit about that. But in 2nd, life drain, level drain, they were permanent. Death Knights were taken very fucking seriously for that reason. Yeah, you could have an entire party be essentially ruined by a single Death Knight encounter. It didn't take prisoners. It didn't fuck around.
Yeah, but a permanent alteration like that—that's fucked up.
It was a different culture. Back when people were gaming to measure their dicks. Because a lot of times, DMs, if you got those level drained, you couldn't just go back and earn levels back. Your level got capped at the level to which you were drained.
Ugh.
Whereas a normal level cap was 20. If you got 8 levels of level drain from a Death Knight, you could only ever be 12th level.
That's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
It was a different time.
Anyway,
I'm reading a little bit on this new item here. Alright, I think I've got it the way I want it. Okay. Where'd it go? Yeah, here it is. All right. I'm dropping it into your inventory now, Elias.
Okay.
Unless it's in someone else's and we just forgot, but did it show up in there? I think it's getting confused because you already have another holy symbol. Let me rename it. Yeah, I think it's getting confused. What do you want to call it? I'll let you name it.
Well, I don't know what it is. I could rename my existing holy symbol.
Holy snorkel.
All right, she's done it. Holy snorkel it is. All right, now you have this holy snorkel in your inventory. You have attuned to it. It's a wondrous item, and that image, it's
Yeah,
kind of hard
I
to
see that.
tell, but with it, you can hold vampires as an action. You can expend 1 charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with holy power. Vampires and vampire spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol when it flees or when it flares. Must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it's paralyzed. Turn undead. If you have the turn undead or the turn unholy feature, you can expend 3 charges when you present the holy symbol while using that feature. When you do so, undead have disadvantage on their saving throws against the effect. And
Wow.
whenever you had it, inspiration, and you've used that in the past, that combination has saved you guys multiple times. Sunlight, as an action, you can expend 5 charges while presenting it to make a bright light in 30-foot radius, and dim light in an additional 30 feet. It's sunlight, and it lasts for 10 minutes or until you end it. So that's extremely powerful too.
Okay, wow. A lot.
You need to be a priest to use it.
You remember when you grabbed it? You were the first to grab it, I think. I had to ask what your alignment was. That was because it's alignment dependent, and you probably need to have some kind of holy training to use that.
Okay. Otherwise, I was thinking to give it to Jeeves, who is the only one who can't summon some form of sunlight or radiant damage.
Nope. The only one in this party that it would do well for is Elias.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you can't use the turn undead stuff because you have to have the feature existing already to be able to take advantage of that. Because if you have the turn undead or the turn unholy feature, you can expend 3 charges when you present the holy symbol while using a feature. It's like a priest supplemental thing.
But does it help him breathe underwater?
No, apparently it doesn't.
Well, to be perfectly honest, we haven't tried.
Is
It's
it a
true.
hollow tube? It'll work.
I mean, it is a tube, so...
Quick, somebody find a well. Let's push him in.
What?
Jesus.
Hey now, that's Jeeves' thing.
Yeah.
You've been down
No,
2
we didn't
wells
have to
so
push
far,
him.
right?
He dove willingly.
Yeah. Give me this magical snorkel. I'll test it.
Yeah. he was-
Jeeves is apparently our resident well man.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we didn't push him. He dove willingly.
it looks like luck is on your side. You're able to rest up just a little bit anyway. How are we looking now? We're actually looking pretty healthy.
Yeah, still don't have any spells, though. Besides cantrips. So, what now, fellows? Jeeves, we do need to find your doppelganger to get your stuff back.
This is true. As much as I like walking around in the gown.
We could try to explore more crypts. We could try to look for more dragon bones. I'm thinking we may find I don't know if we'll actually find the dragon head in some of these crypts, but
We need to find a meal.
Yes, we still have several objectives. We have at least found the little one over here. That's a start, but I'm afraid we won't be able to do everything. I feel we've cleared out several threats on this floor. I don't know what else it can present to us, but at least we've made some progress here. We may as well continue.
Is that a door behind the stairs there?
Yeah.
How did we miss that one?
I don't know. Let me get into reveal mode here.
Yeah, there's still a lot of ways we haven't looked. There's a hallway in the northwest that we started to go down and didn't.
Alexandra walks up to this, and it says, Ivan Ivisklovich, champion of the Winter Dog Racing. The race may go to the swift, but vengeance is for the loser's relatives.
That sounds familiar.
I want to open it.
You want to open it? Alright, roll a strength check.
Nope.
You break a nail. Another one.
What map are we looking at?
Oh yeah, you joined in late. Here you go.
There you go. Can I assist?
Sure, go ahead. Make it with an advantage. Just a strength check. No luck.
Hey, Mike, question. I think it was me and Alex together. What was down that hallway in the northwest that we opened up and turned back?
I think it was more statues.
Yeah, it was very dark. You couldn't really see very far inside. It looked like it was cut cut into the pillar stone, and its surface is slick. The ceiling was barely 6 feet high, and a lingering fog limited your visibility just to a few feet.
I think we decided to ignore the fog for now.
Okay.
Elias.
Yeah.
That sounded enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Oh, this again.
We could use your assistance on this door, if you don't mind.
It's become a habit now. Why have I got disadvantage? What?
I have no idea, dude.
Are you
It
not
dropped to
looking
7 though,
armor?
so you rolled 2 dice and both were failures.
Great. Hey, Jack.
Jack!
It says your armor is
sorry, coming.
non-proficient. What armor are you wearing, buddy?
Same as always. Hey.
Jack, if you would be so kind.
Jack seems sort of lost in thought, but he snaps himself to and says, "Sure, what do you need?"
We could use your assistance on this door.
Okay. Just a strength check.
Jack opens it right up. His raven-clawed hands find a good hold and lift the door to the side. Inside, a skeleton draped in bits of fur lies atop a marble slab in the center of the crypt. The walls and ceiling are covered with plaster and painted to make the crypt seem as if it stands in an evergreen forest surrounded by snow. The plaster has peeled off and fallen away in many places, shattering the illusion.
That was less eventful than I thought it would be.
Are you going to search the skeleton?
Indeed.
I think everyone's a little wary of the searching at this point, but
Mm-hmm.
You don't find anything of interest.
Imagine that.
Oh well.
Elias will take a look in there.
Okay, roll perception. Oh, you are absolutely sure
Nice.
that this crypt contains nothing of interest.
Yay!
Alright.
Awesome.
Alexandra is standing in front of a crypt which reads, Prefect Cyril Remlich, beloved of King Barov and Queen Ravenovia, High Priest of the Order of the Raven.
There we go.
Ravenova. I think that's how you say it.
Ravenovia.
Here, you read it. Ravenovia.
Yep, Ravenovia.
Via? Or, alright.
It's like a mix of Barovia. Barov and Ravenovia.
That must be the Order of the Raven person we were thinking about.
Yep.
right.
Well, let's try to open it.
Oh, natural 20. That's the way to do it. Alright, it comes right off. A marble slab in the center of this crypt displays a skeleton draped in red vestments, a golden holy symbol clutched in one bony hand. The domed ceiling is 15 feet above and painted to look like a canopy of trees with bright autumn leaves. A narrow stone ledge encircles the crypt, 10 foot above the floor. Perched on it are dozens of stone ravens, their eyes fixed on the marble slab.
Hmm.
Perception check. Okay, you search. You find that the prefect's gold holy symbol is festooned with tiny gemstones. It looks like it'd be worth probably around 750 gold.
She'll take a give it to Jack.
All right. You reach to grab it, and as you pick it up, all the stone ravens looking down on you just look like they were ominous yet harmless. You deliver it to Jack, and Jack, what's your alignment?
Chaotic neutral?
All right.
Let me double check.
I just checked.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You have a holy symbol. I will add it to your inventory.
Cool.
Burger and you're demanding nuggets. So
Jack
the trade is
clutches the symbol as it's given to him, and then looks around and says, he sort of holds it aloft. So is this you, oh asshole who spoke to me?
The holy symbol is actually a cross, and you get no reply.
Ivan, you wanted to touch
Hang on to the cross. Actually, no. I my alignment started chaotic neutral, then I think you decided that it became chaotic good because of the were-raven.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I just don't think it ever got updated on my alignment part.
Yeah, that's
I remember
one of
'cause
the
I was like-
weird things about becoming a were creature is it shifts your alignment to more be in line with that creature.
Do we need Elias to examine it to see if it has any other attributes?
Sure. Okay. Hold it up and let Elias check.
Yeah, Elias, you feel a very powerful holy presence within this. Nothing too astounding, but you believe if an evil creature was to somehow make contact with this, it would hurt them.
Okay, very well. He'll inform Jack of this, that, give him assurance that it is a genuine holy symbol and it would have detrimental effects on the evil. So,
I've got it. I've just figured out how to defeat Strahd. We throw everything that we found down here at him, wait till it makes contact, and then we all just dogpile on him and beat the ever-living crap out of him.
Electrum Spork!
That sounds foolproof.
Anyway, sorry.
I guess the rumors about Belmonts being barbarians is true after all.
Shut it.
You should hear the other rumor I heard about Belmonts, that they've all got iron stomachs.
Yes, I've heard the meat rumors.
All
Seen
right.
the meat rumors.
That crypt says Sir Jarnwald the trickster. The joke was on him.
That doesn't sound good.
Jack?
Yeah, I'll go in. Probably.
I'm not going to help you with that door at all.
I don't recognize this song at all. No,
I
it's
do.
not.
It's on
Looks
order.
like Jack. Yeah. Looks like Jack opened the door.
Oh yeah, Jack, you takes a little bit of effort, but you slide the slab out, and you reveal to you what you find. Oh, as soon as you open it, a carnal stench fills this empty crypt. You don't really see the source of. Ooh, well, let's see here. The floor, as you inspect it, you notice that the floor is an illusion. You can't see past it, but you can see that it's slightly transparent, and with being familiar with magic, you can tell it's an illusion. You also think that if you stick your face through it, you could see what's down below, if you have a light.
For time as I look.
That seems like a bad idea.
Not feeling adventurous, Jack.
If something cuts my head off, try and retrieve it.
You have my word.
Alright, what's your light source?
Elias can stand with him with the shield.
I think my mage hand is still active. Stick it in there, see if something happens to it first.
Sure. You stick your mage hand down there, but you can't control it past your sight, can you?
Hmm.
No, you can't.
And I can't fit through there except for my head.
Yeah, you can fit through there if you'd like.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, it's like a 10 by 10 room, and the whole floor is false. Alright, so, do you just jump it down? Or are you going to try to fly?
Oh god, I'm gonna try to fly.
Okay. Well, you dip down quite a bit, and then you realize far down below is... I mean, this is a pretty deep pit that this was covering up. The light doesn't make it past the illusionary floor, so you're going to have to take Elias's shield down with you, unless you have your own source of light.
I can give
Alex
it.
will let him take his the lantern for now.
Okay, so with the lantern that was provided to you, you go back down and you can see that it drops for about 20 feet, and at the bottom are what looks to be about 6 starving ghouls. Their mouths look like they're clawing at you in agony, starving to grab hold of you and eat you. But you don't hear anything. In fact, it's so silent down here that you believe it's some kind of permeating magical silence in this pit.
Give me half a second to check something.
I don't remember checking this one, Mike. What did this one say?
That one says that claw marks obliterate the name on that crypt's door.
Try and cast Shocking Grasp. Try and cast Eldritch Blast. I'm assuming it's not going to work.
Sure, it works. The Eldritch Blast goes down and blasts some of the ghouls.
Hello?
Okay. Sit up here and just do it over and over again till they're gone.
Alright. Slowly, these ghouls are pounded into oblivion. They stop moving. The stench is horrible, though. As you get a better look for this area, you see here that the sides of the pit are polished smooth. So if you weren't flying, it'd be extremely hard for someone to climb. Aside from the ghouls down there, it looks like you see a few old remains that appears to be scraps of clothing, maybe just a handful of teeth, and a signet ring. You have to... Okay, so if you land and grab the ring, the stench is horrible here, but it looks like it has a stylized J on it. And you think it would be not the most expensive ring in the world, but you could probably get about 25 gold for it. I'll add it to the inventory.
Yeah, hang on to it just in case.
Alright, it's in your inventory as signet ring. What next?
Elias.
Oh, yes, another door, I see.
What do you make of this one? The name is scratched away completely. Someone that obviously earned Strahd's ire, I take it.
What was the description for this door, Mike? I must have missed it.
It just says the claw marks obliterate the name on this crypt's door.
Yes, I don't know what to make of it. It reminds me of the crypt we found that I was in. with the name being somewhat of an illusion, but I see nothing here.
Feeling
That's-
adventurous.
Yes, I suppose we may as well try. What in the world, Mike?
You really need to figure out why it thinks you have armor equipped that you're not proficient with. But it dropped a 19, so I'll count that as with advantage. Alexandra helping. So the 19 opens at the crypt. Inside, it says, a skeleton draped in rags lies atop a marble slab in the center of this crypt. Upon further inspection, it doesn't look like it contains anything of real interest.
Could it be that I'm carrying too much weight?
It says armor, non-proficient, disadvantage. So in your inventory, there should be, you can click on the little carried or equipped for
Right.
different bits of armor. Do you
Yeah, I mean,
have-
I haven't changed any of that.
Well, something's definitely changed since last time, so maybe something got accidentally clicked. Chainmail is what it says that I see that you have equipped.
Right.
Are you proficient with chainmail?
I mean, I have been since day one. I've only got that in my weapons. Yeah. Let me try to drag another strength check in the window.
Your maximum that you can encumbrance is 255, and you're currently carrying 225, so it's not encumbrance.
Okay.
So it says here that you're a cleric, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're proficient with light and medium.
Well, he's
Chainmail
also
is
a
heavy.
paladin.
Hey.
No, I'm proficient with heavier armor because I use the life domain for cleric and I'm a paladin.
Let me remove you from the combat tracker and then add you back in and see what it does. Go ahead and try now.
Okay. Still.
Weird.
Delete the chainmail completely and then add it back in.
Or just unequip it. Let me try a few things.
And he's still got all his class stuffs in there, right? This is 7 level, or whatever levels of paladin, rogue. I mean, cleric.
Alright, unequipping that doesn't help.
Yeah, I just tried that.
Let me go take your shield off. Alright, taking the shield off. I'll go do a strength check real quick. And it's still doing it. What
I don't have
armor
any armor equipped right now.
does it think you have? Weird.
Let me take off everything. Here.
Yeah, well, keep hacking away at that.
Yeah.
What else were we doing? I can't remember what we were doing before this problem.
Moving to the next crypt, I think.
Yep.
I'm completely naked now and it still happens.
What the heck, dude?
Yeah. Like the update screwed me up or something.
That's what it appears like. Oh no, we'll deal with it for now. I'll try to figure it out after the
Okay.
game. It tells me what you drop, so I get to see. Alright. Next crypt. Where is Alex?
I'm here.
I don't see you on the map. Oh,
He's on the
way over
east
there.
or-
I see. That one says that, actually it doesn't say anything. It says there's no epitaph on this door.
Hmm. Elias.
All right. Let me bring my disadvantaged self over there. Just like real life. Here I go.
Alright. Even with the disadvantage, you still managed to get that one. This one's completely empty, however. Looks like this was planned to be used, but is not currently in use.
Fine.
You can also see more to the south.
Yeah, right around there is where we wound up. Yeah. We'll avoid that until we figure out what's going on with that little step trap.
Alright, the crypt here in front of Alexandra says King Dostrin the Hellborn.
Hmm. Jack,
Yes, what of it?
does this strike your fancy?
Do you ever play a record if it's bendy?
Sure.
What in the world?
That's right. You can't play records if they're bendy.
No luck.
Elias.
All right.
Drop to
Nope.
13. 13 plus 3, that works.
16? Okay.
Or unless it's modified 13. It would be, right? Yeah.
No, I saw two 13s rolled. That's weird.
Yeah, no luck.
When I watched his dice disappear, they were both 13s.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't look like what it actually is. This software is extremely old. It's well maintained, I think. Aside from whatever it's doing with Elias's AC at the moment. Or strength disadvantage.
Yeah.
Jeeves, your turn.
Okie dokie. Watch me roar. Is this for the advantage?
Yeah.
I'll need it. Ooh.
As the stone starts to move, before you
God.
pull it free, you hear, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
Dropping that stone.
Okay.
Did everyone hear that?
Yes, everyone heard that. It sounded like it came from within the tomb.
Yeah, I'm gonna back away a little bit.
All right.
Is there a particular reason why?
Are you asking the tomb?
Yes.
Roll a persuasion. That's pretty good. It says this crypt is cursed. There's nothing in here worth your lives.
Hmm.
Cursed how?
Well, if you really want to open it, you can find out.
Jack got a 20 on insight.
You did.
Jack, you have the impression that whatever's in there has a bit of a mischievous tone to its voice.
What say you, Jack? Think it's full of shit?
I think it has its own motivations. Honestly, if you press me, I would guess that it's cursed, but it could be worth our lives in the right circumstances.
Then I'll leave it to you, gentlemen. What say you?
Shall I try the door?
Jeeves has a good
I started
way
it.
of starting it out, so he could get advantage on it if he wanted to.
Do we want to? Alright, I'm opening it.
Okay, go ahead and roll another strength check with advantage.
Oh, and I'll open it.
You hear inside the tomb somewhere, "Don't you know who King Dostron was? Long before
Have a
Strahd
clue.
came to
Care
these
to enlighten
lands,
us?
King Dostron ruled this land far longer than Strahd. He's a descendant from the Duke of the Nine Hills, and his deeds did justice to his ancestry."
Not one of Strahd's friends, then, we take it.
Elias, from what you know from the history of this place, it's been longer than any normal lifespan that Strahd has ruled here. So either they're lying, or this king was actually someone pretty impressive.
Okay, well, since it seems like we've decided to give it a shot, Elias is going to use his strength to try to open the door.
Okay.
Jack will help.
Okay, and I think I might have fixed my problem. We'll see. Maybe.
I hope so. I'm curious to know what it was.
Nope.
Go ahead and roll just a regular d20. Just one.
Okay.
Alright. No luck. Man, you guys are weak.
Software's not helping.
There you go. Alexandra, why did you roll a 3? That's.
I thought it was a 17.
I thought it was too, but it registered as a
It
3.
was, and then it magically decided not to be.
It's 17 from 20.
Yeah.
9.
That was just me rolling a die to see if it
All you're gonna
Match.
find in here is a killer owlbear.
Uh-huh.
Darling children, what is wrong?
Okay, if you're gonna lie, at least lie well.
I'm not lying. There's an owlbear in here.
I don't believe you.
Haven't heard a single
shit.
growl. We don't believe you.
Let's make a
Okay,
wager
good.
on it.
It's my turn again. It looks like.
That was my worst strength.
Would you bet your life?
My life is pretty valuable to me. What would I get
You
in
dropped the
return
16.
for this?
50 gold.
I have no use for money.
The last rolled 19.
Liberation from this castle.
Alexandra will flash you.
Elias, you rolled a 13. Why are you telling me this? That's not good enough.
No, it's 16.
Oh,
You dropped
16.
a
He rolled a 16 plus
Okay,
3.
alright. Elias starts to remove the slab. Jack, did you want to stop him, or did you want to complete the wager? Because if it's open, then there's no terms.
What did he actually give me a counter offer to Alexandra flashing him?
He
Alexander
hasn't had
slapped
time
him.
to say anything. The slab is being removed. We've paused time just briefly.
I'm not a devil. I don't care.
All right. Elias removes the slab from.
Although the fact that you're asking me about it makes me think maybe he is, so I will say that no wager has been made.
Well,
and let him
before you can
open.
say all that, you didn't stop Elias. Elias removes the slab, and inside, you hear, "Show me them titties," and you see a giant owlbear.
My aim is impeccable.
Resting in the center of this crypt is a 7-foot-long gilded sarcophagus. Its lid is painted with the likeness of a screaming king wearing a crown of horns. Looming behind the sarcophagus is a stuffed owlbear frozen in a roar, with its claws outstretched. Show me them titties! You hear a voice.
Right? I'm actually really good at throwing games in real life as well.
Every time he says that, Alexandra slaps Jack.
Ow! Hang
The
on.
game, apparently.
Okay. Alexandra, turn around.
No!
Thank you.
Well,
maybe
I hate to,
we'll get
Disappoint you, but I guess I'm the one who has to flash
I
you.
got this to say, watch.
Well, I think the entertainment is better when she slaps you, so show me them titties!
Hey, have this again.
Very well.
In hopes that he gets slapped again.
Yep.
Alright. You hear a gleeful giggle.
What?
Try and triangulate where the giggle
Sometimes
is
he
coming
throws hard,
from.
and sometimes he doesn't.
Well, Mr. Jeeves can kind of tell it's on top of the sarcophagus.
I point.
Pointing's impolite. You hear the voice say.
We've entertained you. Can we ascertain now that there's no real threat in here?
Well, I don't get visitors often. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Although it's disappointing that I didn't get any reward for this wager.
He had no right to make a wager on my behalf. And he was punished for it.
He's just putting it down.
It's true, she's slapped me a bunch. Would you like to see her continue? Because I'm starting to like it.
It's no fun if you like it.
Were you trapped in here?
I'm bound here, yes. I cannot leave.
Bound by what?
Oh, infernal oaths, you know.
Have my mage hand poke at the area where it sounds like he's coming from.
So pressing it swings the hammer. Pressing
Roll a
hold.
perception check.
I don't care. I did.
You just hear a small, slight chuckle.
The knowledge arcana was to see if Jack could figure out what's going on here.
Do you think there might be an invisible creature here?
Well, I'd ascertain that.
So you're bound here. Bound by what?
You rolled a 2, buddy.
Nightmare.
On the arcana, nothing magical, other than what I said, maybe.
Who are you?
Names are very, very useful things.
What
He's a demon.
happened?
Yes, they are. And yours would be?
He's not going to give you a real one, though. If you're lucky, he'll give you a common use one.
Please.
You can refer to me as King Dostran's keeper.
King Dostrom's bitch boy.
Is
Got
that
it.
door open?
You're being impolite, Jack.
It's impolite to be invisible in front of people who can't see.
Well, I don't want to be rude. However, I don't feel like dying today.
And if we told you we had no intention of harming you?
We actually don't kill a lot of monsters we meet, and sometimes Alexandra does a lot more favorable things to them.
She slaps him hard.
We just
Now that one's truthful.
You hear a cackling of laughter and says, "For your entertainment, I will not attack anyone that wishes to explore this tomb, but I can tell you the sarcophagus holds nothing of interest. You would be
Open the
better
sarcophagus.
taking the gold from the sarcophagus." You do see that this sarcophagus looks like it's made of beaten lead and encased in gold.
You're so
Apparently in a lot of pain.
Is there nothing we can do to liberate you?
No, I'm afraid I have to spend a few more 100 years here, and then my duties will be relieved.
Honestly, if we killed you, wouldn't you just pop back up in the demonic plane?
When's the last time you were killed?
Well, I was ripped apart by werewolves a couple of times.
If you knew anything about demons, you know that I would have to fulfill my contract. I would be bound to this place and return as soon as possible.
You think the contract is dead?
Typically, yes, contracts are very literal in their wording and meaning.
So are we looking in the sarcophagus or not?
I have no intention of angering this creature.
I would suggest we look throughout the rest of the crypt, given that he said there's nothing of any value in the sarcophagus.
Do an insight check to see if he's lying.
Ooh, a natural 20. He seems authentic. It looks like you've charmed him enough, being entertaining and not being threatening, to where he would let you explore the inside, you think, without attacking you.
I don't suppose you know anything about the rest of this place.
Not for many centuries.
Are you familiar with the trap that lays not far from here?
I'm afraid not.
Every time we approach that area, we vanish, and another Wight spawns in our place.
Well, that's the trick with traps. If it's set by someone to prevent access from somewhere, then it's hard to get through it. But if it's a place where they travel through themselves, there must be a way.
I guess I was just hoping maybe you'd heard of this, and knew some way for us to defect it.
I'm afraid not. I was summoned here to this crypt. I don't know much about the castle outside of this. I hear things from time to time.
And what things have you heard regarding the master of this castle?
Well, I think I would require payment for such information.
What possible payment could you have used for?
Well, this owlbear's, I think, getting a bit lonely, and he's not very good conversation. Bring me someone that I can talk to. Someone's company I can keep as long as I'm here.
We could find Jeeves' Wight and throw that in there.
Wait, my what?
You're white.
Ah, yes, we could.
Sure, where'd that come from?
I went to the store.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
To the store and grabbed 2 of these.
Sweet. My wife just went and got me a beer. We were pretty much out of beer. Anyways. Yes, some good company. Good, fine company just like you. It's been so long since I've got to chat with anyone.
Well, we
I
don't
know
have
the perfect person.
You see the little mechanical man look up at you and just slowly shake his head no.
She wasn't picking up him. She wouldn't turn him over. It's all right, little one. I wasn't thinking of you. Don't worry. She pats his head reassuringly. Actually, Jack, I was thinking of your friend the Burgermeister.
Ooh, he sounds like fun. Yes, if you bring me him, I will tell you a very important secret about the master of this castle.
I have no idea how we would manage that.
Bring him who?
The Burgermaster.
The Burgermaster of what's it?
Valaki.
Valaki.
Valaki. Oh, way in the other room.
Baron von Zvakovich. What's his name?
Now, I can think of a couple of ways to accomplish that, and it's even for the greater good.
Alexander just smirks.
Although, anyone full of blood around here is certainly to be drained eventually.
Not if we lock him in here safely with you.
What if you lock someone in here that was immortal and didn't pose such a tempting target for the denizens of this place?
I can think of one candidate, but we've kind of disposed of it.
Oh?
Yeah, the Angels golem thing.
Oh, the bride?
Yeah. Not much of a conversationalist, though.
That's true.
We may have to get back to you with bringing someone here to speak with you.
Well, I'll be here. That's for sure.
Yes, and maybe we'll survive as well.
Have fun storming the castle.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for sessions to say that, haven't you?
Maybe.
Well, shall we move on, everyone? I think we've looked around the tomb at this point, right?
Indeed.
Thank you for your hospitality, and for not attacking us.
Well, I'm not obligated to attack anyone. That wasn't part of the contract.
Nonetheless, we do appreciate your cordiality. It's always helpful to meet a friendly face around here.
If only Alex would be friendly to us.
She casts a scathing glare in his direction.
Slap him!
She does, just to make the demon laugh.
And he does.
See what I mean?
Hey, would you mind putting that door back?
Oh, sure.
Alright, you slide the door back on. Alright, Alex, you can see turns the corner to the south, and it looks like you can see a bit more down that passage to your left. Not much more at that angle. Oh, there you can, though. Alright. You've got crypts both to the east and west of you. The one you're standing in front of says, Balsifius, the Wonder Horse May the flowers grow ever brighter where he trods. And the door to this crypt is larger than all the others. It's 6 foot wide by 8 foot tall. It is removed at the moment. The slab is cast to the side.
Oh, it's missing a horse.
Yes.
Funny that.
She sighs and hangs her head.
Yeah, it looks like you found where that creature was staying.
And there's nothing in here?
It's just horse demon stuff.
Horse
poop.
demon stuff. Gee,
Oh, I know.
that's specific.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
Demon poop.
Yeah, alright, Alexandra finds another crypt. It says, Satyris, tall, last of her line.
Doesn't ring any bells.
Lies.
Alright. This is a cool version of Vampire Killer.
It's the original, isn't it?
Seems a little different.
Oh, that's still on the Order of Ecclesia soundtrack.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like the original.
Pretty close.
There we go. Alright, you pry the door off. It says resting in the center of this crypt is a 7-foot-long gilded sarcophagus. Its lid painted with the likeness of a... No.
Wrong one.
Yeah, somehow I...
Yes, same one.
A skeleton draped in rags lies atop a marble slab in the center of this crypt. Mounted on the north, east, and south walls are 3 unlit torches in iron brackets. Alright, is that perception check inside or outside the room?
Inside.
Inside? Alright, as soon as you step in, the torches
She wasn't
burst into
stepping
flame.
in.
Oh. Well,
She was just looking in.
you said inside. I said inside
Yes,
or out. You
looking
said
inside.
Well, of course you're looking inside with your eyes. I wasn't going to ask if you were looking outside, because that wouldn't be the target that you're perceiving.
Perception on the outside of the room, yeah.
Well, anyways, whether you intended to or not, you stumble yourself into there and have a great perception of 3 torches bursting into flame, and they continue to do so as you stand there. You see, also with that perception check, it allows you to spot a crystal ball in the hands of this skeleton. Other than that, there's nothing else really of interest here.
Crystal ball.
Jack, lies. Can you sense any enchantment from this?
I don't sense anything.
Jack, you think that it would make a nice magical focus?
Then again,
I'm scared.
here, let me see.
The blue is
Are you going in and picking the ball up?
Look.
Actually, I think my mage hand's still active. Well,
Ow!
Sure. Your mage hand goes in, grabs a crystal ball from the bony skeletal fingers, and brings it to yourself.
after I've got it in my hand, look it over a little bit more.
It looks like a perfect crystal orb. There's not a dent or divot anywhere. You've not come across a lot of crystal balls in your time. The last one that you may have seen may have been with Madame Eva, and even hers did not look this perfect.
Quite a nice artifact there, Jack.
I'll store it away. It's probably pretty cool.
Sure, just add a crystal ball to your inventory. You didn't detect any magic, no magical auras on it or anything, but it does look like a pristine magical focus. Or arcane focus. Alright, Alex, you can see farther down the hall. That's 30 feet. You probably have some dim light left after that, so I'll just build that last little bit there. Alright. That one says General Crowval, Mad Dog, Gristlick, Master of the Hunt, a leader of hounds and men.
Probably some demon dogs in there.
Take your chances, Elias.
Oh, you're not gonna give it a shot?
I could.
With a glare at Elias, she yanks the door free. And what you find inside is instantly disturbing. The stench of brimstone and burnt fur spills from this crypt. In its darkness are 3 pairs of glowing red eyes. Roll for initiative.
I was right.
Yeah, 3 hellhounds lunge forth and attack.
Great.
I love Castlevania.
What
Back. No.
stories have I heard about these things with that roll?
It's not a very good roll.
I might know that they are, in fact, hellhounds.
Yes, you do know that they are, indeed, monstrous fire-breathing fiends that take the form of powerful dogs.
4 other siblings. You think I need?
You think they
Well,
are
in
from
my
the lower
note-
planes.
In my notes, it literally says I can stare down a hellhound without flinching.
Well, you have not flinched then. Alright, first up will be Mr. Jeeves.
Right. I'm gonna make my way over there because I don't have any bow and arrow and stuff. So
Alright.
all I got is my trusty sword.
60 feet plus your bonus, roguish things that you do.
Roguish.
I think he'll be good. Let him come to me.
Okay.
I can give Jeeves a crossbow.
Okay.
Which one would do more damage, his crossbow or Alexander's longbow?
I can't use longbow. Well, no, I guess I could.
Can you use martial range weapons?
I think rogues might be limited to short bows.
Okay.
Just checking.
Right.
Simple weapons: hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords.
Okay. Well, this is a martial weapon, so I guess not.
Yeah, well,
Alright. Is that the end of your turn, Mr. Jeeves?
I'm seeing what else I got. I could throw a lot of stuff still. I think I still got like little fingers and stuff somewhere. But yeah, no, I think I'm good.
Does he have a rapier? If not, he can borrow Alex's.
He has one.
Yeah, I got one.
I think he has Alex's, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right, he does, doesn't he?
That was my
Right.
idea last time.
It's a great idea. Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. Next up is Mr. Jeeves. You have
Elias.
no.
Oh.
Mr. Jeeves, an arrow shoots right past your ear.
What?
Yeah, it came from somewhere behind you.
What? So it passes Elias's ear too, then.
Well, no, not exactly. It was at a bit of an angle.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's the Imp's tomb.
No, you're
No?
not sure
Okay.
about that. Your AC isn't highly dependent on armor. Yeah. Even though you're not wearing armor, you managed to dodge a second arrow. And now, Elias,
Damn.
it's your turn. Elias, you do notice these arrows whistling through the dark.
And what direction are they coming from?
The north. Roll a perception check. Oh, nice! Actually,
Nice.
you can see the assailant.
Oh.
It appears to be a Wight in Jeeves' clothing.
Aha!
Oh,
It's got his short bow and it's firing it at Mr. Jeeves.
how dare they?
There it is.
Go kick his ass, Chief.
Well, he might need some help being naked and all.
A little preoccupied
not
at the moment
naked.
with 3 dogs.
My
Alright,
ghostly
Elias.
gown.
You hear hellish barking.
Yeah.
Do these count as undead?
No, they
No.
do not.
Would I have line of sight or reach to attack the dogs?
No. They're
I didn't think so.
Alexandra has them all in the doorway. They can't really get out without her moving.
Right.
Unless
that's
they
what
grapple with her.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So in that case, I'm going to Sacred Flame the Wight.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, that's about good range. Sure. Go ahead. That is a failure for a save. So it did not
Nice.
save.
Careful not to burn my clothes too much.
Indeed, yes. Jeeves' clothing is also struck by this sacred flame. It looks like it did a good bit of damage. Plenty more fight left in that one, though.
Well, don't worry, Jeeves. It's more radiant than actual fire. You know, I made sure of that. Not a big fan of fire, as you know.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrow.
It's only burning the unholy. Unless you've been committing unsavory acts in said clothing, I wouldn't worry.
Just shrug my shoulders.
I don't think theft counts.
Any movement or anything before you end your turn?
Let's see. Who's in better shape between the two of us? Well, he has a lot more life.
Mm-hmm.
What's his AC unequipped?
That's a
Here's
great
mine.
question. It's whatever it is without armor.
Plus his dexterity.
Well, if he just unequips his armor, it'll fix his AC immediately. Just don't forget to turn it back on. He's wearing leather. Okay, I've turned your leather off, and your AC is now 14, so it's basically the same. It's 14. Mr. Jeeves, when you get your clothes back, please go back and re-equip your armor in your inventory. You just go down to the blank spot where I've turned it off.
Yeah, I see it.
Turn it back on.
I wonder if my AC is effectual with that penalty on me. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it affects that.
Probably. What's your AC normally? Do you recall?
18.
Oh, it's 18. It's 18 currently.
Yeah, sometimes we're not sure if it's actually 18 or 19 because I have an AC 1 bonus in the combat tracker. Does it count that as well?
Yeah, it'll add that to the calculations when it tries to hit you.
Okay.
So really, it's 19. But
Okay. All right. So I'll in that case, I'm going to step a bit in front of Jeeves right here.
okay. All right, Jack, you're up next. You and your hybrid form. You seem to be stuck in.
Okay,
When you took a short rest, you were able to take a while to concentrate and shift back if you'd like to. So go ahead and roll a d20. You change back to your normal form at your will. You notice that you could do it when you're resting, and you just haven't chosen to do so until you do choose to do so.
Ah, Jack, you're back with us in your...
Well, if he chooses. He's currently still hiding.
Interesting. So there's evil versions of them.
You know what? I don't see a downside to being in hybrid right now.
I don't know.
Me neither.
No? Yeah.
All right, so you run up to Alexandra, and that's enough movement there to probably be your turn. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35-ish. So you're here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's 35 right there.
Is that 30?
They convinced
One square back would be 30.
Can I see enough to see the Hellhounds?
No.
Yeah, I tried to do that earlier, too.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Wait, is that a yes or a no?
Actually, Hellhound number 2, I think technically you can see that one.
Okay, well then. Let's start this off real easy like.
Look at that
Ooh,
spin.
Spinning dice. I just don't see how you do that. First one's a miss. The second's a critical hit.
Yay.
All right, and you definitely wound it. Your Eldritch Blast slams into this creature. It yelps in pain. Yes, I should have my wolf up. I guess my wolf yelps don't work. Oh well. And the music cut out too. Yeah, everything goes silent right at the wrong moment. All right, yeah, well, a great hit there by Mr. Jack Motley. If that's the end of his turn, it'll be Alexander next.
I guess the end.
With all the technical difficulties, you did do a recording check, right?
Yeah, I did one before we all started talking to
Okay.
each other.
Right. Okay, well, seeing that one wounded, she will try to finish it off.
Let me
That's
go get
definitely
us some music a second. Hold on a second here. Sorry to break tempo. And
I'm
your
stepping away
request,
for just a minute.
if there's no request, we're going Belmont's Revenge.
It's fine with me.
All right, Alexandra, you hit. Obviously, rolling a natural 18 plus 10. Yeah, definitely a hit. Heavy damage as Sorrowful Misery slashes into the Hellhound.
Second attack.
Excellent hit. Yeah, both just as lethal as the last one. Go ahead. That did it.
Yeah.
That is a dead Hellhound. How do you want to do this?
The lash slashes straight across the wolf's throat, nearly decapitating it as it falls to the floor with a weak yelp.
Oh, there you go.
I like your
Yeah.
impression better. As soon as it falls, the next one runs up and takes its place. All right.
She
with no
glares
other-
at it.
Was that the end
Are
of your
you
turn?
sure you want to try that?
Huh. Roll an intimidation check.
Nope.
Give me a second here.
I'm proficient in that too. That was sad.
All right. Well, in retaliation, the Hellhound to your left, that's on the right side of the screen there, it has advantage. So it lunges to bite. Actually, let me
Why
see.
does it have advantage?
Make sure I can do this. Before it bites, it's going to exhale a cone of fire. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Why does it have advantage?
Because it's got its pack mate next to it, and they're using pack tactics. They're both nipping
Can
kind
we
of in a
do
way
that
that
if
puts
she's
you on
not
the
flanked?
Yes, it doesn't matter if it's flanking or not.
Can we do that as a group?
No, you do not
We're not
have the
dogs.
pack tactics feature. Dexterity saving throw is a failure. You take
Oh, God.
23 points of damage as a cone of fire blasts Alexandra. Damn, man, that was a lot.
Not like I haven't dealt with that before.
Jesus. Okay, well, holy crap.
Nothing I haven't dealt with already.
Let me see if it can even try to bite.
These things are more dangerous than the nightmare, and I got one attack and didn't do that much damage.
Okay. Let's see. I haven't used a breath weapon since our first encounter with the wyvern.
Wow.
Alright, so the second hellhound is going to go now, and it's also going to breathe fire. So make a dexterity save. Oh, excellent. Okay, so only half damage.
She lands quick.
Let me half this. And then drag it on. Alright, 12 points of damage, heavy damage, as once again a huge cone of fire is breathed out by this hellhound, engulfing you in flames.
Nothing
Alexandra,
I haven't already dealt with.
not looking too great already. How are you doing? You're not bad. You're good. You can take a lot of damage. All right, that's it for those guys. Mr. Jeeves. Oh, actually, Alexandra, roll a perception check with advantage, since you're right there. Oh, nice, a natural 20. You actually see that apparently the inhabitant of this tomb, this crypt here, emerges from his remains. That's all he can do right now, but you see that you will have something else to deal with soon. Mr. Jeeves, your turn.
Oh. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go for the white. Try and get my stuff back.
All right. It's about 25 feet
That
away
one is
from you.
undead, right?
Yeah, that counts as undead. Both the white and the general.
Alright.
That's a hit.
Give me my clothes. Oh, jeez.
Oh man, terrible.
I'm trying not to cut the clothing up too much.
Yeah, well, trying to be careful. You managed to nick it, but you can see that it's about to put its short bow, your short bow, away, and grab your original rapier. Anything else with your turn? Any roguish shit that you would like to do?
Unless I can steal the rapier out of his hand.
No, I'm sorry.
That'll be an action, so I can't disengage
You
and
already
roll
have
away.
mine.
Well, I know if
Well, you
But if
moved
he
and
doesn't have
attacked.
one,
Your rogue abilities will let you do something extra, right?
I can disengage. I can try and. What is it? Use objects.
Yeah, you could disengage and just move if you'd like.
You can get back behind Elias again if you want.
Let's see. Do I have enough? 10, 20. You can get close.
There you go.
Right.
All right, next up, the Wight and Jeeves clothing. It's going to. It looks like he was going to put his short bow away, but once you started dashing away, he started drawing another arrow.
Bring it.
Why?
Yeah,
Did that?
advantage.
Oh, I don't know why it did that. It dropped to 12. Did I have advantage on for some reason? Huh. I'm gonna say it misses. You dodged that arrow. I have no idea why it did that with advantage. Let me try again. Ah, see, that one's normal. And that second one missed. Elias, it's your turn.
Okay.
Also, it moved back some.
Alright. Where would I need to be in relation to that thing and Mr. Jeeves for him to get a sneak attack on it?
Within 5 feet of Jeeves. Or 5 feet of the thing, I think.
That's a Jeeves question.
What do you say, Jeeves?
What's that? Sorry.
He wants to
where
know
do
how your sneak attack functions in being in proximity with allies.
Yeah, I just need an ally next to it. But I don't have a ranged weapon, so as long as I get advantage over it, I can sneak attack. I think.
Okay, so we just both need to be close to it then, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright, that's 30. You can either move one more and give it a sneak attack opportunity next time, or you can cast a spell or something.
go ahead and cast a spell then. Let's see.
It failed its save.
Excellent.
Okay. So yeah, if I have advantage on the attack roll, or if another enemy is within 5 feet of an
Yeah. And any
Basically-
amount of cover foils that. So normally darkness, that includes darkness. However, Elias's lit up shield would nullify that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Elias casts Sacred Flame and damages the Wight.
grab my clothing.
It looks like it still has some fight left in it, though. And if that's the end of Elias's turn, it'll be Jack next. So, Jack, go ahead.
Okay. So then, time to cast the ultimate spell of. Did she actually kill Hellhound 3?
She killed one of them, yeah. Not 3. That was number 2.
Right. And then another one moved up to take its place.
Yep, and that one you can see. That was number 3.
Does it sound like they've got the white handled?
I can't answer that.
Elias is assuming that Jack is helping Alexandra.
I mean, you guys could yell out, "Hey, you guys got that handled?" and ask
Yeah,
him.
yeah, we're doing that. Jack, help Alex.
All right, that's a hit. Eldritch Blast hits in Hellhound 3.
Both of them or just
No,
one?
just one of them. All right, that's effective though. Your Eldritch Blast slams into the Hellhound 3. Anything else?
Then I'm done.
Alright, you move closer to the badly burned Alexandra, whose turn it is now.
Well, first things first, noticing that undead, she's going to use her whip to summon that sunlight. Get some radiant damage in on it.
Alright, let's see if it's affected by sunlight.
It's undead.
Well, you're not sure exactly if the sunlight hurts this particular undead or not, but it does recoil when the light is produced. Okay, so what else would you like to do with your turn?
Well, let's take out that second wolf that Jack damaged.
Okay.
Okay, it was werewolf number 3. Or hound number 3 anyway.
That's a miss. And another miss.
Good lord.
That's
You-
bad.
Have any other fighter tricks up your sleeve? Or is that it?
Yep. Action surge, and she's going to use that as a disengage. And she's going to get the hell out of that situation.
Okay, you can move up to your movement speed, which is 30, I believe.
Fall back, Jack.
Alright, and with that, Hellhound comes up out of the crypt and attacks Jack. Very first thing he sees. Let me read up on pack tactics real quick. Make sure this. Within 5 feet of the creature, the ally. Within 5 feet of the creature. Okay. No. It doesn't get its pack tactics advantage. It's just going to, did it do an automatic roll for me on the... This? That's what I want to know. Recharging. Let me see here how this recharging works. I just lagged out, didn't I? My soundbot stopped. Ah, I see. Okay. So if I roll a 5 or a 6, then it recharges. All right. It's going to attempt to bite you, Jack. Let's see. It misses you, however. Oh, that's really weird. It rolled it that time for me. Should have done that last time, damn it. All right. The other hound. Actually, this one is going to move here before it ends its turn. This one's going to attack as well. And it's going to attempt to bite. That's a hit. And it does 13 points of damage. Next up will be the general. And Jack, you see that to the south, a creature forms through the wall. It phases through and is now kind of behind you.
It's still in range of her sunlight, by the way.
Yeah, that's 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Alright. It's going to attempt to life drain you, Jack. With disadvantage. And it misses. Let's see what else it's got. That's going to be it for its turn. Mr. Jeeves, your turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
What did the general do? I missed that.
He attempted to life drain Jack, but he missed. Jack dodged out of the way.
Nice, Jack.
Alright, I'm gonna run up. I guess. Give me my clothes. Damn it!
Oh man. Okay.
I don't have anything to drop.
That's fine. It's just going to. It's going to seek an opportunity to get you when it's its turn. So it notices a moment of vulnerability that it may take advantage of if it has the opportunity to do so. But that is going to end your turn, and it's going to now make a point-blank shot at you. Which misses. I guess it rolled a 13. Your AC is 14.
14.
Yeah, and that's without your armor. So yeah, you narrowly miss. It missed its opportunity there. It's going to take a second attack though. One more point blank shot, which is a hit. Finally, actually does something. It only does 6 points of damage though. Before it's Elias's turn. Elias, you see Mr. Jeeves lunge too far. The Wight takes advantage of the moment, but Jeeves isn't badly wounded, just grazed with an arrow.
Okay. Sacred Flame again?
Alright, Sacred Flame, it made its successful save, so what happens?
Nothing happened.
Oh, okay. Alright, Sacred Flame is ineffective. You feel your prayer was unanswered. Jack, you're up next.
Hold on.
If you didn't want to move.
I'm gonna pin it in here.
Okay. Jack, you are not surrounded, but you're definitely flanked. Not that flanking is very important in this edition.
Okay, here's what's happening.
Lar, come here.
First off,
He gets to heal his wounds.
Alaric!
Quickened Hex.
Alright, what is Hexed?
Hexed.
I choose a creature. It doesn't even get a, from what I can read here, it does not get any kind of save. It's just concentration on my end.
Alright.
I deal an extra 1d6 points of necrotic damage to it whenever I hit it. Also, I choose an ability when I cast a spell. It has disadvantage on ability checks made with that. I choose Wisdom
Alright.
on General Grizzlek.
Okay.
Really quick, doesn't he get to heal his wound points?
Oh,
Start
yeah.
his turn?
Absolutely. As long as it wasn't aggravated damage, go ahead and heal your... Well, let's see. You're at 13 wound points. How much... Did you heal everything with that?
Yes, I healed the full.
Okay. Alright. Then you have 0 wound points at the moment.
Anyway, and then with my normal spell, I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on General Grizzlek, which it has to say save on with disadvantage.
It failed its save.
It falls prone laughing for 1 minute, so 10 rounds.
Let me make sure that this undead isn't immune to that. It says it's addition to it's immune to charmed. I don't know if that counts. I'm gonna say no. Yeah, it's not immune to that. All right, so it's immune to pretty much everything but that. That's crazy. Maybe I should read that spell description real quick.
Feel free.
That's a pretty high level spell too.
Might
Yeah,
just
it's
like
tough.
a badass little ghost creature falling prone and giggling like an idiot.
Yeah,
on the
it
floor.
sounds kind of weird, but I think it may still have a sense of humor. Okay.
If it's got intelligence greater than 4, unless the DM rules against it, and that's always in
it's
his
fine.
purview.
It's fine. Go. It's just rolling around laughing.
Turn to the Hellhounds. You boys may as well mount each other, because you're fucked. Hold my crackling fingers up.
All right. You're crackling.
Well,
feathery-
crackling talons.
Well, they're not. Well, yeah, they're talons. That's
My
right.
finglers!
They're finglers. All how many ever finglers you may have in this form. Alexandra, it's your turn.
Alright, well, seeing that the general is prone and giggling like an idiot, she will seize her opportunity.
Go for it. Let me apply the, or just go with this. Advantage when you attack it, because it's gonna have disadvantage, I believe.
Well, I get, if it's undead, I get the extra damage dice anyway, too, so, hooray.
That's a critical hit.
Oh boy.
Yes, it is. And almost maximum
Damn. What a hit. 27 points of damage.
plus the extra
and it's
D8 for
undead.
undead. Almost maximum damage.
Alright, I have to add that right.
Yes, you have to add that one manually.
27 plus. Alright, that's 34 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And next attack.
Another critical.
Alright, that's also a hit. Alright, and I'll add the 6 manually. Alright, it's rolling on the floor laughing, but because it took some damage, I believe it gets some saving throws, right? Is that how that spell works?
Yeah, just if it's interrupted, yeah.
What's the DC on that, Jack? Let's see. at the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw. It has advantage if it is triggered by damage. On a success, the spell ends. So with advantage, it's trying to make whatever your normal DC is, which I believe in your notes here, I've already noted that. It's 14, so Wisdom save. It's got disadvantage on all Wisdom saving throws because of the Quicken spell he used, so that's just going to nullify the advantage. And what is its Wisdom save? You, sir, have a Wisdom save to make twice, because you got hit twice. And it made it on the first save. Alright, so that spell ends. However, that was a pretty powerful couple of hits there.
We could have just let him down and killed the dogs.
Well, I don't know, man. She's doing work on this thing.
And have it potentially life drain Jack.
Yeah,
No.
it just took like 4 major hits, so it's a pretty beefy threat. Alexandra,
Plus,
is
there's
that
the potential if this thing gets killed, then the hounds will dispel. So
they're not. I mean, they're demons, but is that the end of your turn?
yeah, for now, I guess.
Okie dokie. Alright, the Hellhounds. I don't know why that one doesn't automatically roll for the breath weapon thing again. Alright, so number 1 is going to move just 5 feet, and it's going to take a bite at Jack. But it misses. The next one, it rolled automatically for me, and recharges its breath weapon. Both Jack and Alexandra are within its range. Make a save, dexterity save, both Jack and Alexandra, please. Alexandra,
Did it make another save?
Yeah, make a save for that, Jack.
With disadvantage?
No, just a dexterity save. Why would it be with disadvantage?
I was asking if the General Grizzleth made his save.
Oh, yeah, he did actually. He didn't have... normally, he makes it with advantage, but because you used that spell, it nullified it, and it was just a regular roll.
Okay, that works. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I know I've been prone to forget advantage and disadvantage, so I was just checking.
It doesn't hurt to check. So, dexterity saves. Both of you made it, so you'll both be taking half damage. I'm going to roll damage first for Alexandra. Alright, halving that. Alexandra takes 10. And then for Jack... Ooh. 16, and that's halved, sir. Alright. Jack, you are assaulted by a cone of fire. And that's it for the Hellhound. Now the General will be able to move. He's going to stop rolling around and laughing and attempt to life drain on Alexandra. $14, that's a hit. Well, it's 14 plus 6, it's 20.
Why is 14 a hit?
Because it's plus 6. I didn't mean to say that out loud when I said 14. I just accidentally did it, and now you know it hasn't
Her
been...
AC is higher than that, though.
I said plus 6, so it's 20. Is it higher than 20?
Yeah.
Her AC is 20.
So it hits you. Anyways, it's... Oh, are you kidding me?
Silence.
Oh boy. Alexandra falls. She is dying.
What? Oh, God.
Actually, make a Constitution save, even though this is happening, to see if this reduces your... Ooh. That's not good.
I thought it had to beat AC to hit.
No, beat or meet.
I thought meat goes to the defender.
Yeah, that happened before. When Jeeves got a 14 on his and it missed.
Well, Fantasy Grounds does me no wrong, and I'm pretty sure when it met your AC, it hit. So, regardless, the Constitution save didn't work out. So, let me just read up on Life Drain here. Man, that's pretty damn powerful if it.
Yeah, that's like all our
removes
health, wasn't it?
by that much. All right, let's see. By the amount equal to the damage taken. Yeah, so that's 23 off of your normal maximum. So let's see, 72 minus 23. Quick maths.
49.
What were the numbers again? I was opening my calculator.
72 minus 23.
Yeah, 49. You got it. Okay, so Alexandra just fell unconscious, guys. Next up will be Mr. Jeeves.
Alright, I'm full on trying to kill this sucker. Or not. Well, maybe.
It's a hit.
Oh, whew, okay.
You have a +7 on that thing.
Die.
Good God. Okay. Yeah, 26 points. It does not fail it though.
Whoa. Interesting.
It's still standing.
It's,
It definitely.
impressive.
It's looking bad though. It doesn't think. You don't think it can take much more damage. Anything else with your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and step back 10 feet.
Okay. Wise move. It's going to take another couple of plucks at the bow against you, though. The first arrow misses. The second arrow you dodge easily. Elias, it's your turn.
Kill it, Elias.
I will try, my friend.
Want my slippers back.
Elias, though, to your south, you did hear Alexandra make a sickening sound.
Yes. I'll be asking Jeeves, do you think you can handle the rest of this on your own?
Did you apply the radiant damage to that thing?
To which thing?
To the white.
The general?
Oh, to the general.
Whenever you're making attacks, if you're rolling radiant damage, I was dragging them on there manually.
No, from the sunlight.
You don't know if sunlight actually hurts it? It recoiled at the light, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it actually injures it. Not every undead takes damage from sunlight like vampires do.
Okay, since I can't make it all the way there and use an action anyway, I'm going to use 30 feet, and then he might get an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to Sacred Flame when I walk away.
He's got a ranged weapon in his hands, so I don't think that's something it can take an advantage on. I may be wrong, but that's fine.
Did that fail or succeed?
That is a failed save.
All right, good. So it might be dead, Jeeves.
Fingers crossed.
Don't think so.
Indeed, it is enough.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go, friend.
Thank you, thank you. I'll be with you shortly.
Spiraling waves of radiant light burn the Wight and around his head, and it crumbles to the floor.
All right. And then down to the south, you can see Alexandra now, and some orange flames are licking from a few bits of her armor. If that's the end of your turn, Jack, it'll be you next.
Okay. All right, then. Here's what I'm going to do. Cast invisibility and run away. No.
Tactical retreat.
It's been fun, guys, but I'll see you again next week.
By the way, your wounds heal, so you're back up to 33.
With fire?
Oh, it was fire. Damn.
Whoops.
I can't remember how much they damaged you, dude.
6.
Yeah, no.
Not at all 16.
I remember 13, but okay, 16.
Okay, it was 16.
Yeah, it was.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Anyway, does that hit?
Yeah, it hits. 7 points. Another hit.
What's that voice?
That did it. That was just enough, Jack. You got it by 1 point. It was the point needed.
Turn around, back to the Hellhounds again. I take it back. Now you're fucked.
Awesome.
Also, move Hex to Hellhound 1.
All right. So, do you get to change its
Yes.
wisdom or what?
I get to choose again, and we'll keep it wisdom.
Okay. All right, Alexandra, make a death save. All right, you saved. All right, the Hellhound number 1 is going to attack Jack. Let's see if it gets its breath weapon back. Oh, it did, actually. Holy crap. Ooh, this might not be good, dude. Make a dexterity saving throw. Sometimes not having music makes it even more tense. Any soundtrack requests?
Well, I guess since we just did Belmont's Revenge, you could do The Adventure.
I don't like The Adventure, but okay. It's made by the same guy, and I absolutely love I love Belmont's Revenge. I don't know why.
Well, I guess he got better at it.
Yeah, I think he did. I really do. All right. Jack, please make a dexterity saving throw. Jack, before you make that, are you here?
I'm here.
All right. I'm going to say because Alexandra fell and you are feeling a moment of tension here, that her falling could inspire you if she's willing to give up her inspiration to inspire you to make the saving throw. That's her option, though. What do you think it would
So-
be? If he wants to do that. Basically, April has inspiration that she hasn't used. She's the only one that has inspiration. This saving throw could or could not be your death. Is that something that you would want to do? If so, you'd have to ask her, because it would be up to her to use the inspiration.
If April wants to use it, that's fine. If not, I'm willing to let the dice fall where they may.
What do you think, April?
Nope.
Okay. Jack, make a dexterity saving throw. Please, please make a good one. A natural 20. Okay, thank you. You only take half damage then. It could be worse. 8 points of damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, it's bad for Jack. The other Hellhound goes, and it also gets his breath weapon.
Ooh.
Make another dexterity saving throw.
Didn't it just use one last round?
Actually, because these cones of fire are also hitting Alexandra, we're going to need additional death saves for her. But let's do your death save. I mean, your...
No, it's about accurate.
What was your question?
Didn't one of them just use the breath weapon last round?
Yeah, the way it works is every round they have to roll a die, and if they get a 5 or 6 on this die, it changes from monster to monster, I guess. But in this range, if I roll a 5 or a 6, that they get their breath weapon recharged. And I rolled a 6, and then I rolled a 6 on both of these guys. All right, so that's going to be full damage on that one.
Yep. This could be it.
Probably it.
I think Alexandra might need her own, but April, just for the sake of it, do you want to use your...
No, I used lucky.
Or yourself?
No, Mike, I used lucky.
Oh, you used lucky. Okay.
I used my last point of luck.
Well, you used
Meaning
it
I
without me
can't
telling
use
you the
anything
result,
else.
though.
Yeah, but I'm relatively certain that it wasn't 12.
You're relatively wrong, sir. 12 is exactly what you needed. So you will be taking half damage. You can add your luck back.
Okay. I'm sorry I assumed.
It's okay. Still, though, buddy, that's 13 points of damage, and you are dying.
And down I go.
All right.
Not dead, but dying, which could have been a lot worse.
All right, you're still in your hybrid form and unconscious.
And burning. I smell like cooked chicken.
Mr. Jeeves, it's your turn.
Do I
Follow the smells of Christmas dinner.
Do I need to visit that space and...
Yeah, it's going
Grab
to
my
take you a
stuff?
while to get anything equipped other than a
Alright.
weapon. If you want to grab a weapon, that's easy. If you want to don
Yeah, I'm gonna-
armor and stuff, that's not so easy.
No, I'm just going to grab my bow and arrows.
That's easy. He actually had them at the ready, so you can get those extremely quickly.
Alright, I'll do that.
Alright, so you move to grab them. That's movement speed, what, 15? 5, 10, 15?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 10. 10 movement, and then... No, you have to move into its space. Alright, yeah, so 15 there, 15 back. That puts you right where you started at 30, so that's one round of movement.
Ta-da!
You can't really see anything from there, so you would have to move again. And
Okay.
I don't think your rogue abilities let you attack as one of those options.
Nope.
But basically, yeah, you could get there. And you can even move again with your rogue abilities,
Actually, I'm
right?
going to stay right here. Stay behind the paladin.
Okay.
He's a little bit more
Next
crunchy
up-
than I am.
Elias, you heard also another sickening noise as the sound of flames erupt.
Fuck!
Yeah. What do you do?
I will. I will approach Alexandra and use the Spare the Dying cantrip on her.
I'm unfamiliar with that, but what is it?
Okay, so you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable.
Excellent. Alright, so let's just remove the condition on her that's doing that. She's no longer unconscious. Alright, good job. Alexandra, you're stable. Oh, hold on, though. I forgot to do something important. Both of those cones of fire also washed over Alexandra. So, she's got, at the maximum, 2 failed saving throws, so that didn't kill her. Okay, but that's resolved in my mind now. I'm sorry I'm thinking out loud, guys. Yeah, she's stable. Next.
But she doesn't have any hit points.
No, she doesn't, but she doesn't have to worry about making saving throws to die anymore. The worst thing that can happen is these guys blow more fire, she gets hurt again, and it causes an automatic death failure. So
on her turn, what happens? Does she come around or nothing?
No, nothing. Until she gets
Actually, hold on. Never mind. Let's cancel the Spare the Dying. That is not what I do.
That's fine. You're gonna do something better, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing something way better. I will do Channel Divinity Preserve Life. And that will... Let's see, how many hit points? Okay. 5 times 5 are 25 hit points. I can split those between Alex and Jack.
Is it a touch or is it within sight?
I think it's within sight.
What are you using? I'd like to look it up. It's
I've used it before. It's Channel Divinity Preserve Life. Choose any creatures within 30 feet of you.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give...
It's a twofer.
Yeah, it may even go to more of us if I think it's necessary, but I don't believe so. So I'm going to give 13 to Alex and 12 to Jack.
None for Jeeves? So mean.
Jeeves is...
I'm good.
He's got a lot.
For now.
Okay, so 13 to Alex. So I'm going to change that to 49. And then subtract 13.
Elias senses a dire situation and raises his holy symbol aloft, and rushes a very earnest but sincere and quick prayer to bring them back to the land of the living.
How many did you give to Jack?
Jack is 12, Alex is 13.
Alright, both Jack and Alexander's eyes open, their bodies reeling in pain from wounds of fire.
And that ends my turn, and thankfully, because we did the short rest, I can do that.
Alright. Jack, you were laying on the ground and reeling in pain. 2 demon dogs are hovering above you, ready to tear you apart.
Jack?
I know it's late, but I gotta be right back.
Oh my god, yes. It's so painful.
I'm right here. I just didn't realize it was my turn yet.
Ah, okay. Mike just stepped away anyways.
Okay. Now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with these 2 magical fucking morons.
We should be that out shortly.
I think if Alex can touch the wounded one, she can kill it for sure. Hellhound 3. I almost forgot I had that healing feature. Thank goodness I remembered that.
All right, I'm back.
My turn?
Yep, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to hold the Mace of Terror and expend a charge.
Okay, I think that required attunement. Is that correct?
He attempts it.
All right. So Mace of Terror does. What are you doing? I'm sorry.
Magic weapon has 3 charges. You can use an action expend 1 charge to release a wave of terror.
All
Each
right.
creature of your choice in a 30-foot radius extending from you must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for 1 minute. While frightened, spends its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can and can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash to try to escape from the effect that prevents it from moving. If it has nowhere it can move, the creature can use the dodge action. At the end of each of its turns, the creature can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success.
All right. So you've already got one of these hellhounds at disadvantage. So you said it's a DC of 15 wisdom.
Yes.
All right. Let me do this with the disadvantage on number 1. Okay, that's a failure. It didn't say failure because it didn't have anything to compare it to. That was in my mind. All right, and then okay, so Hellhound number 1 fails its save. Hellhound number 3, that also fails its save. So the Mace of Terror, you can expend one of those charges as they begin to flee as soon as they have the opportunity to act.
Can I step between them?
You're kind of already between.
Okay, and that was an action. Do I have one left to cast a spell, or is that all I can do?
You get 1 action per turn.
Okay, but can I use the move action to step, like, here?
Sure.
Okay. That way it sends them running in slightly different directions.
Okay. Alex, you're on the ground. What do you want to do?
Burn second wind.
All right,
So
5 points.
12 hit points.
All right, so
12.
that's what?
12. A D10 plus my fighter level.
Okay, so 36 minus 12 is 24 wound points. All right, you're feeling much better. Is second wind in action?
Bonus.
Okay, then you can still get up and kick some ass.
Yeah. Part of it.
That's a hit. And heavy damage. It's not undead, so no radiant damage. That's a miss. Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Alright, now these hellhounds are frightened. That's weird. Why is it now it's automatically doing the breath recharge? That's crazy. Alright. Jack. I know you just read that whole thing to me.
They have to try and run away from me.
For 1 minute, and they can't make actions against him.
But can they still attack after they move?
No.
I don't remember that it says, actually.
Yeah, I think they probably can, as long as they're getting away from you.
Within 30, they can't willingly stop on a space 30 feet from me.
Right, so they have to move 30 feet away from you, but then they can attack, correct?
I don't believe it says, leaving it up to DM prerogative. Let me do a quick double check. Must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of
No,
you.
as far away as it can, not just 30 feet away. So I need to see how far these things can run.
Also can't take reactions.
Right, like all it wants to do is get as far away from you as possible.
For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. So actually, with it as written, no, it can't. It has to spend its turn trying to get as far away from me as possible, and can only use its action to use the dash action.
Yeah, and we'll choose the one on the top first. Hellhound number 1. First, it moves out of your threatening range, and you're holding that mace. So, are you proficient with maces?
I think everyone is proficient with mace.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a simple weapon.
Then
It is definitely a simple weapon.
Make an attack of opportunity against Hellhound number 1.
Why disadvantage?
I have no earthly idea. What did it drop? It dropped to 15. Let me check their AC. Their AC is 15, so it hits.
Well, I hit a 19 because it's 15 plus 4.
Well, it said it dropped to 19, and I think that's modified. Alright.
Plus 6 necrotic damage from Hex.
Plus a total of 6 or
1d6.
Alright, so an extra 2. Let me drag that on. Well, I can just do that math. That's 5 total. Alright, and then it moves out of Alex's range as it starts to round the corner and run against Elias there. So Alex, take an attack of opportunity against Hellhound number 1. That's a hit. Alright, damn, 15 points of damage, not bad. As soon as it sees Elias, let's see, I'm going to see which way it chooses to run, if it's going to go north or south. Odds are north. Okay, so evens, it's going to go south, but not before Elias gets an attack of opportunity with whatever weapon you're holding.
Does that include spell cantrips?
No, it does not.
There are loopholes, but not within normal rules.
Okay.
Did you not have a weapon ready?
I have a longsword ready. Okay. That gave me disadvantage.
You dropped an 11, though. It would have missed anyway. All right.
11 plus 6?
No, just it's a modified 11. I mean, how can you roll an 11? What die are you rolling? Oh,
I'm
20?
looking at the chat window. It says dropped 11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a modified number.
Okay.
We've really got to fix your character.
Well, the same thing happened to Jack just now.
That's really weird. I wonder why.
And it still says armor proficiency for a longsword. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, with Warcaster as a feat, you can cast a spell as opposed to
I don't think he has that feat.
I doubt he has that feat. That was just me clearing up my own.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, the hound moves out of sight. And let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Then Alex sees it down here. And it's still afraid. It can't get any farther away from Jack, so you guys kind of don't see it anymore. But Alex saw it run back to the right side, to the west. Alright. The other one is going to move out of Jack's range. So you'll get it. Well, no, you've already had one attack of opportunity. You can't get 2 per round. Alright, so
Even
let's see
against
what's
two
pathfinding.
completely different creatures.
What's that, dear?
Against 2 completely different creatures.
Yeah, you can take your bonus action to make a attack of opportunity. You only get 1 bonus action, so he was only able to make 1.
Yeah, it's happening at the same time, probably.
All right. The other one's also out of sight. All right, so you guys are suddenly without enemies you can see. And now it is Mr. Jeeves' turn.
Alright, so. Where'd they go?
We don't know.
You
There's
can't
one
see
far. We believe there's one far to the west and one a little bit lower to the southwest.
Well, one ran to the east, right? No, never eat sour worms. Let's see. South, east, and west.
Okay.
Well, there's nowhere for them to go. Southeast.
All right, moving there. Yeah, you can definitely see one. You see Hound number 1 cowering in the corner, trying to get as far away from Jack as it can.
Okay. Are we attacking or just leaving?
Since they can't fight back, we should probably attack them.
Is attacking them gonna break fear?
No. Nope.
Alright. I'm attacking them. Or not.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
All right. Next up would be Elias.
Yep. Jack's damage is all fire damage, right?
Yeah, Jack's not feeling too good.
Okay.
At the end of their turns, they can repeat the saving throw.
Oh, at the end of their turn? I'll make it at the beginning. Oh, well, I guess it does make sense to make it at the end. It's
Yeah.
not going to matter until their next turn anyway.
No.
Okay. Sacred Flame, Hellhound 1.
It succeeded on its saving throw.
Alright. I'll move over here.
Damn, dude. It made a 20. It naturally 20'd that saving throw.
Hellhound 1.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you know what? Jack probably had something up with his roll because he's still unconscious.
Oh, that might be important. Let's see. Unconscious. Take
If you
that.
can
Yeah.
clear that before I start making rolls this round, that'd be
I've
great.
cleared it. I just cleared it.
Okay. Okay, so I've got a fly speed of, I believe it's 40, at least.
I thought it was more than 40.
It may be 60. Quickly double checking. 50 fly foot. 50 foot fly speed.
All right, yeah, that sounds about right. And there's plenty of room in here for you to fly.
I'm tired of the fire. So
Does this thing have any disadvantages against you since it's frightened of you?
It's still got disadvantage wisdom.
Okay. That's a miss on the Eldritch Blast, the first one. You can do that twice.
Did it make its saving throw on a disadvantage?
Against.
The Mace of Terror, ending it.
I was going to roll it at the beginning of its turn unless it matters to this.
It does not.
Alright, well that second one was a hit. Alright, so extra necrotic damage, I'll add that manually. Of 3.
And that completes my turn.
Alright. Next up's Alex. Alex, you saw one of them down there in the corner, and you can hear it getting pummeled. The other one went off to the west. That's a hit. Alright, 10 points of damage to the Hellhound. The second hit is a miss.
How much movement was that?
30 feet.
Weren't you in front of the crypt? No, you're next to Elias, right?
It's right here.
She was right here next to me.
Yeah. Well, let's count the diagonals. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Counted it personally.
Alright. 2 hits, 1 missed, but the other one did a good little bit of damage. It's that Hellhound's turn now. It's going to save against your Mace of Terror. That was a 15, correct? And it's got disadvantage? Yeah, it is, I remember. It failed, so it still must try to get as far away from you as it can this round. It's going to start heading north. Alex, make us an attack of opportunity as it leaves your threatening range. That's a hit. Alright, that did it. How do you want to do this?
Same when the first one went out.
Alright, its head nearly cleaved from its body, and you slash almost clean through the thing. Alright. Next up, I'll have to make another saving throw. This one without having to worry about disadvantage. Still, though, 15 is pretty tough to hit. These aren't the most wise creatures in the realms here.
Sure.
So it fails. It has to move as far away as possible, okay? Okay, next up is Mr. Jeeves.
Well, since y'all killed that one, I guess the one's still out there, right? Is it smoking? Can I see any smoke anywhere?
All you know is the last time it was it was to the west.
You broke up there, Mike. What?
The last that you saw, it was somewhere to the west, but that was the last time that you saw, and it's had a turn since then. And because I'm a terrible DM, I'll let you know that it failed its save.
Okay.
Or am I just trying to throw you off? I don't know.
Yeah, good save.
Yeah, right. It failed.
That's 30.
You still don't see it.
Ugh. Alright. Dash.
You can move twice and then dash, right? So 30,
No.
60, and then a dash?
Well, let me see.
I don't know if your dash works like that. I haven't read. But
Don't go too far, Jeeves. They're pretty strong.
They are. They're pretty tough.
So, yeah, as a bonus action, on each of my turns, can we dash, disengage, or hide?
Yeah, what's
So I
dash
guess if
do?
I use my, what's dash do?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna have to Google that.
Man, I really regret buying the player's handbook on Fantasy Grounds with April's
Alright.
donated money if we're not going to use it.
When you take a dash action, you gain extra movement for your turn.
Okay, yeah,
this
extra
equals
movement. Yeah, so you get
Increase equals your speed.
your... Damn, you can move up to 90 around, man.
Yeah, whoosh.
Yeah, I had to calculate all that in when I was planning out the behemoth chase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, since you're there, by
in
the
that
way,
case, then.
you can see that last little bit on the map.
Says here, life drain lasts until the target finishes a long rest.
Why are you metagaming?
Alright, so I moved and used my dash to get here. Do I see it?
Nope, still don't see it there.
Alright. I'm gonna use my attack.
Elias, your turn.
It probably depends on the life drain too, I imagine. Let's see. I did in character shout the Jeeves to be careful.
Yeah.
Although it should still be frightened, but we don't know that.
I'll let you know really quick if it is.
Yes, Jeeves, if you find the dog, be sure to let us know first and not engage. Let's see. Elias will move down. I don't want to trigger this trap, but I think I remember where it is. About. I want to get to where I can peek around inside the south end here.
Okay.
Next.
Your world goes black, and you find yourself in a
Oh,
confined
no.
space. Where Elias was standing is now Wight in his armor and holding his...
I swear to God, Mike.
I'm sorry. I didn't make this decision. He did this.
Hold on, is it the square right next to Jack?
Well, let's just put it this way. I'll put the Wight right where it shows up.
So if he had stepped just one more square over, has happened to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
There you go. There's the Elias Wight. Elias, you are in the crypt. I'm just gonna put you in the wall here.
Great. Is this infinite? Just keeps happening?
I can't answer that question, but that's the end of your turn. Jack, it's your turn.
That's why I had said we should use a detect magic or something, but whatever.
He can't.
I don't have detect magic. It's not a class feature. It's a spell you have to pick, and I didn't pick it.
Jack, a Wight suddenly appears in front of you where Elias was. Elias, it's. I'm just assuming that you noticed that he changed.
Does he notice anything else? Because he's right next to me.
Okay, my turn?
You smell bad now. You smell really bad suddenly. Yeah, it's your turn now, Jack.
And I see the Wight.
Oh yeah, you see, I'm gonna just give it to you as a freebie to say that you've noticed that Elias has changed into a Wight.
It now has Hex on it.
It does? Okay.
On my subsequent turn, I can move after the thing falls to 0. I was going to move it on the dog if I could find it this round, but I've got something else.
Alright, what is it?
The Wight. It's got Hex on it now.
I got you. What else? Or is that your turn?
No. It doesn't take an action to do that. I'm just doing it, because fuck that Wight. Fuck that Wight up its ass.
Alright, that's a hit.
You like a little
That's a blast.
What?
Go a bitch. The guy should go with it.
What is he saying?
Guy's a colored bitch, I guess.
I don't know, but
Wow.
there's a lot of damage going on here. Okay, let's see what happened.
Hang on, not done yet.
Hit twice,
Is that an arrow?
and then those are the 2 extra necrotic damages, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That's an extra 5. Alright, so total of 25 points here. Man, yeah, you're not even using any holy magic or sunlight or anything. You're just beating this thing with Eldritch Blast right off the bat. No hesitation. Anything else?
Cursing at the top of my lungs in German in a squawky bird voice.
Alright. Alex, you're up.
Summon the sunlight.
Alright.
It is also worth noting that I am still up above.
The sunlight never left, so it's still summoned.
She fell unconscious.
Oh,
Wouldn't that have canceled it?
probably, yeah.
Well, summon it again.
Alright, it's summoned. You can see that it recoiled from the sunlight a little.
I don't give a fuck.
That's a miss.
Miss.
I wanted to say hit. I don't know why. I think that she just convinced me with her voice that she like wanted it to die. The second one's a hit though. It's not a miss. All right. Is 6 the
Another
extra
25.
for?
6 is the extra for the undead.
All right, that actually does it. That kills it. How do you want to do this?
Hey.
Send the slash of the sorrowful misery straight across its chest, ripping its heart out and splattering it against the wall.
All right. Splattered it is, wearing all of Elias's equipment. Next up, I have to make a save. Unless you wanted to do anything else with your round.
No, I'm good.
Alrighty. Let's see.
So who else votes to go and crack open every single last one of those coffins and just kill the Wight so that there's nothing to teleport?
Sounds good.
That's asking for white problems, but alright.
I'm not worried about their white privilege.
Alright, Jeeves, you see barreling around a corner. A hellhound comes into your view, latches its eyes on you, and erupts a cone of flame at you.
Oh boy.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. I think I might do that, but let's see.
You're pretty dexterous.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
Jesus, come on, dude. This is gonna hurt. 21 points of damage as Mr. Jeeves is engulfed in a
Can
cone
I
of fire.
uncanny dodge that?
I don't know, what does uncanny dodge do? Half the
Half
damage?
the damage.
I hope
Half
so. That's gonna... I guess I need to... Yeah, that sounds like an automatic thing, right?
Yep.
Alright, so instead of 21, it's gonna be 10.
Okay.
So instead of 23, it's gonna be... derpity derp. You had 2 points of damage somehow? I don't... Was that an arrow?
I had one initially then. That's all I had until now.
Alright.
So I should have 11.
12, right? It said 23. Did
Okay, yeah.
It said 23, right? And then... Yeah, I'm sure. Alright, 12 damage.
Okay.
And I just changed that... Oh, no, not T... It was 23 on the Hellhound. I was looking at the wrong damage. You have 28 wound points already? No. We've got to reduce that by
Yeah.
half. But it was an odd number. It was 20...
It's 21
It was
originally.
21, alright. So 21... It's minus 11, so... 17. There we go. Alright. Sorry, I got my Hellhound damage confused with your hit points. It's your turn next, though, Mr. Jeeves.
Okay. Does it look like it might chase me?
What was that?
Does it look intent to harm me?
Oh yeah. Very much
All
so.
right. Then I'm gonna run back to my comrades.
Alright.
Be careful where you run.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright.
And I'm gonna advise them, Hellhound incoming.
Alright. Elias, you can try to push off the lid of the coffin, if you'd like.
Sounds great. And I'm sure I'll get a weird roll for it. Yep.
Yeah, weird roll. It dropped to 6, though. Alright, you can't quite force your way out yet. Jack, it is your turn.
Okay. Jack sees the way Jeeves is coming
Mhm.
and very carefully avoids the area where he saw the Wight pop up. Still flying.
Okay, you can see it there.
It's my turn again. The thing dropped to 0.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You can't see it because you have no light source. Unless you're still carrying that lantern that Alex gave you earlier.
I never said I doused it.
Alright. So you got the lantern. How far does the lantern see?
Offhand, I want to say 30.
30-foot bright light, dim light for an additional 30 feet.
Okay, you can see it.
So yes. And again, it's my turn. The Wight dropped to 0 last turn, so this thing now has X on it.
Okay.
It's a hexed hellhound from Heck.
It's a head count.
It's a heck hell, yeah.
That's a hit.
It's a damned doge. Doge.
Dodge. Doge.
Dodge.
That's also a hit. Alright, that's it. Go ahead. How do you want to finish this?
Jack flies around the corner, flaps his wings in place. I told you were fucked. Fucking gay.
Okay.
Alright. Animal abuse.
Vámonos! Benite!
Alright. Well, what an adventure tonight.
Yeah. I feel like we've been out here forever.
There's something dead within all of your armor and clothes right now. Same goes for Mr. Jeeves. You guys will have to retrieve that. I'll let that happen between sessions if you'd like. I'm assuming, Jack, you're going to Mage Hand. Well, I don't know. Like, how much can Mage Hand carry?
Like 30 pounds, not much.
That's not very much. How do you guys want to get Elias's equipment?
Time to go get him.
Alex
We can
has
find a
spear,
stick.
so you can reach out the spear and drag his stuff closer.
Alright, that's a good method. Alright, so eventually Elias wiggles free of his entrapment. You guys all meet back up and get your equipment, don all of your armor, and aside from being pretty low on hit points for Jack. No, well, yeah, Jack, you need to heal up. That fire damage isn't treating you too well. Mr.
Nope.
James, you're slightly hurt. Alex is kind of halfway there. The life drains have really taken a toll. So, all right, I had a great session. Sorry it ran kind of late, but it was very fun. And I will see y'all next week.
Before you go, Mike, really quick.
Sure.
Latest.
Have we happened to gain enough experience to level up?
I have chosen to use the story XP instead.
Yeah, I
so
figured.
there's milestones that you have to hit.
Okay.
It served you guys great a couple of levels ago. You leveled up almost back to back, and then
No, I get it. Just checking.
yeah, I feel that you guys have done a whole lot that deserves a good level up. But thing is, if I start just arbitrarily giving out levels for XP that I haven't been keeping track of.
No, I get it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm usually a fan of XP leveling, especially with Fantasy Grounds. It keeps track of it really well. However, this whole 5th edition and the story, the way that I saw the guy that run it, I really was a fan of doing the story XP, and I still am. I just think that in a case where you guys are doing a lot of combat and not accomplishing the story goals, then it does seem a bit unfair. But like I said, it treated you favorably in the past, and now it seems to be doing the opposite, so it looks like it's balancing out. But
No, it works.
I hope that you guys do complete the story stuff soon, at least one of the milestones, so that you can get another level, because
Yeah, there's one that's been holding Alexandra's hand off and on. So I'm not too terribly worried.
I don't quite understand that comment.
The little jester guy.
Oh, I'll see if he counts. I would like to think that he does, but I'm going to double check.
Oh, it's probably up to your discretion as a DM if you want to give us
Well, yeah, everything's up to his discretion. It's I get his logic though, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Right. My only fear is that Strahd deserves to be a very powerful enemy, and you guys, before you guys got down in this particular crypt, you guys were pretty damn overpowered. I thought. I've seen you be humbled here until you take a long rest, and then you guys be at full health and abilities again. But it's tough with a new edition for me to know where the balance lies. Right. I don't want you guys to be so overpowered that the end boss is a joke by the end of it all. But
He's a joke already.
Do what?
Wah, 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 wah. No, I'm kidding.
Suddenly Strahd appears and no.
Shut up, Mark. It's really funny. It's really funny. Like, we had such an easy time.
That could happen. Don't make jokes.
Like, we struggled more with the Wights taking our stuff than we did like the Nightmare and all the other stuff down here.
Well, you're so insanely hard to hit with your high AC normally, so taking your equipment away really matters. With Alexandra and that whip kicks ass, and when she didn't have it, it was a totally different game. So without your equipment, you guys are a lot like more balanced, as I would have thought Ravenloft would feel like. When you guys are at full power, there's not very much that could stop you.
What a day.
You guys are at minimum power. I can't believe you continued to search around. I don't want to spoil things with DM suggestions, but if I was in your party, I would definitely be heading to the quickest long-term or long rest that you can.
That's what I thought we would do, but you know, we're surviving.
Until you don't. You had 2 people fall this time. Those Hellhounds death weapons are crazy.
Yeah.
You see, on the one hand, I completely understand, and I've got every metagame sense in me saying that, no, that makes total sense. We should book for the immediate exit as soon as we can. Then, but Jack would say, we're doing fine. Let's finish out the crypt.
Well, there's only so much left to explore down there. You guys have seen most of it.
We also have to look where the Hellhounds were in that crypt. We didn't actually get a chance to look in there. Or search the body of the master guy.
Huh. That is a good point.
So what was in there?
There is something in there, but you guys are going to have to wait till next week. Look at that. Little hook.
Alright, don't forget, guys.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I hope everyone had as much fun as I did. And I'll see you next week.
Alright.